Hi, I'm Carolyn and this is Nextmv, and today I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of the Nextmv platform and how easy it is to get started in 5 minutes or less building and customizing decision models. And so the first thing I'll do is log into cloud.nextmv.io, and I land here on our welcome page. And I'm going to go ahead and get started by installing and configuring the Nextmv command line tool, which is a great workflow tool that allows us to initialize with decision models with various templates that we provide here at Nextmv, and also build and test custom decision models as well. And so I'll go ahead and get started by first just copying this command to download my command line tool. And once I have that, I can configure. So that's my next step here with my API key from Nextmv. And once we've configured, we are ready to go. And so if I run a Nextmv help here, we can see what the various commands are that are available with our command line tool. Things like building models, initializing via templates, and even publishing to run remotely. For now, we'll just worry about initializing. So if I go back over to our console, I can check out step 2, which is actually installing the SDK. The SDK is where we house our templates. These are things like shift scheduling, routing, packing, ways to get started that are domain specific in thinking about decision models and optimization. And so I'll go ahead and run that install command. And while that's installing, I'll move on to step 3. And so we are going to start by initializing our first template, which will be our Sudoku template. And I will copy this command here to do that initialization. And then I can get started. So I'm going to initialize using the Sudoku template. So I can run a Nextmv init-t for template, and then running the Sudoku template. And this will basically generate all of the necessary files I need to run the Sudoku model. So if I check out what we have here, it gives me a README, my Go setup. It also gives me a main.go file, which is my actual model, and some setup for debugging and things like that. And so we'll go ahead and go into the Sudoku file. And if we look back at our console, we can give it a run. And so we'll run this model locally. So I'll copy that. In order to run locally, we'll use the Nextmv run command. So Nextmv run local, passing it that main.go file, and then passing it an input, which we actually got when we initialized the template. So we have a sample input in there for you to run. And then we're going to set a duration limit. This means we're going to give the solver 3 seconds to run and find solutions, and it will return the best one after that 3 seconds. It could complete earlier if it finds the best one earlier. And then we'll output everything to this output.json. And so we'll give that a run. And we see it already completed, so it was quite speedy. And we can actually take a look at that output through JQ. And all of our models are nice JSON in and JSON out, so we can always check them out in the same format here. And they all come with version information, options information, so we can recreate decisions that we've run prior with the same input. And they also all have store output. And this store is actually the plan, or it is the best solution that was found. And so you can see here, this is actually the solution for our Sudoku problem. And at the very bottom, you can also see search statistics. And these are how many possible plans were generated, how much do we look through them, and other things about our search, and then how many solutions do we find. And solutions are operationally feasible. So for Sudoku, they follow the rules that you have to have numbers 1 through 9 in every square, in every row, and every column. And so we were able to find this solution pretty quickly, 96 milliseconds. So let's take a look at another template as well. So if we cd up out of here and we go back, we can actually see which templates are available by running a Nextmv init-h. And you can see what templates are available using Nextmv CLI. So we'll take a look here. We have some packing, routing, shift scheduling, and the Sudoku one we just ran. We'll take a look at our routing one for right now. So let's go ahead and get that started. So if I run a Nextmv init-t routing, I can get the same setup that I got for Sudoku. And we'll go ahead and just show you that really quick. And you can see it has that same structure. And when we go into our routing app, we can run using the same command. So we can run using Nextmv run local. And since we also had an input JSON in the same setup, we can run the same command. And then we can check out that output for routing. And you'll notice that the output is different is the same for options and for statistics, but is different for the store. And the store, remember, is our plan. So a plan doesn't look the same for routing as it does for packing, as it does for Sudoku. The plan has some context, right? So this actually has a set of vehicles. The vehicles have IDs and they have routes. So they have starting and ending locations and they visit different positions. And so really quick, the last thing we want to do is we can go look at what that the main.go file for this decision model looks like. And you can see that here. So this is the main.go that's generated for the template. It comes preloaded with all of the possible input structures, whether that's time windows, things like precedence. So this stop has to come before another stop, capacities for vehicles, service times, etc. And you can take things out. So if you don't want to have time windows for your deliveries, you could remove this constraint, or you can customize however you'd like. But this gives you a nice place to start for a routing problem. And the same goes for our other templates. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick walkthrough, and happy building on Nextmv platform. Thanks.